Hello everyone, Nimisha here from Englishfirm. Today we'll be discussing about the last item in reading. It is also called reading and writing fill in the blanks, also called drop down fill in the blanks. This is one of the most important questions in PTE because, like I said, I'm repeating again, there are four important questions. The first one is repeat sentence. Second one is write from dictation. Third one is the one that we'll be talking about today, reading and writing fill in the blanks. And the fourth one is read aloud. I've already made videos on the other three. This would be reading and writing fill in the blanks, which is the third most important question out of all the 20 types of questions in PTE. Let me share my screen with you. Right. So in reading, you have a total of 5 different question types. The first item is multiple choice single answer. Second is multiple choice multiple answer. Third is reorder paragraphs, and then reading fill in the blanks. And the last one is reading and writing fill in the blanks. And this is the item which we'll be talking about today. And this is the most important question type in your reading module. So you need to remember, what I've noticed is most of my students find, not just my students, everyone usually who is preparing for PT finds the reading module a little bit difficult compared to the other ones, especially if you don't have the habit of reading, like reading books or reading journals or reading blogs. You could find your reading module a little bit difficult because in the other three modules, especially your speaking, writing, and listening, there are many shortcuts which we can help you with. There are strategies, there are templates, but reading module requires a little bit of your English skills too, basically your vocabulary and your grammar. But still, we have a solution. That's what we'll be coming to today. So today we are going to discuss about the question type, reading and writing, fill in the blanks. This is the last item in reading. In all the questions of reading, the first one, multiple choice single answer, you will be getting 2 to 3 of them. Multiple choice single answer, also 2 to 3 questions. Reorder paragraphs, 2 to 3 questions. Reading fill in the blanks, 4 to 5 questions. Reading and writing fill in the blanks, 5 to 6 questions. So today, let's go through reading and writing fill in the blanks. So in this section, what you do is, there will be a paragraph given to you on the screen. It could be around 200 to 300 words long. And in the paragraph, there could be some blanks. What you have to do is you have to pick out the correct word for the blank from the drop-down option given to you. So I'll show you a sample screenshot. This is how it is going to look like. So you have an entire paragraph on the screen. There are 3 blanks in it. And on the right-hand side of each blank, you see a drop-down button. When you click on the drop-down button, you get 4 options for that particular blank. All you have to do here is choose the best option suitable for this particular blank. Now, as you can see here, if you take this sample itself, for the first blank, the options given are observations, examinations, consultations, and considerations. So when you look at it in terms of grammar, grammatically, all are in the same verb form. Observation. Yes. So grammar is not going to help you much in this case. You need to choose the answer based on the context of the passage. Because if the passage is talking about something positive, you have to choose a positive vocabulary. If the passage is talking something social or society related, you need to choose a word which is suitable for that context. If the passage is talking something about language related, choose a word which is suitable for the language related topics. Or if it is talking about a science related passage, you need to choose a word which is matching for scientific scenarios. Right. Now the scoring for this question, you'll be getting 5 to 6 questions. You'll be getting 4 to 6 blanks in each of the question, and each blank will be given 1 point. And the good thing is there is no negative marking in this question type, which means even if you do not know the answer to a blank, never leave it unattempted. Guess any random answer. If it is correct, you will get the point. Otherwise, just 0. There is no negative marking. It's not going to affect another question type. And the ideal amount of time to be spent on this question is preferably 2 minutes. There's a specific reason. Why? Because in 2 other modules, especially your speaking module and writing module, the computer will give you a fixed amount of time to answer every particular question separately. But when it comes to listening part 2 and in reading module, the computer does not allocate specific time for each particular question type. It gives you total time for the entire module. For example, all these questions together Multiple choice, you will get 2 to 3 questions. Multiple choice, multiple 2 to 3 questions. Reorder paragraphs, you will get 2 to 3. Reading fill in the blanks 4 to 5. Reading and writing fill in the blanks 5 to 6 questions. So you would be getting a total of approximately 15 questions. And for all the 15 questions together, the computer will have 30 minutes time, which means you should complete all these 15 questions within 30 minutes. The computer will not give you separate time for each question. So what you have to do here is, we need to understand which questions are important here. So out of these 5 questions, reading and writing fill in the blanks is most important. Reading fill in the blanks is second important. Reorder paragraphs is third important. Multiple choice, multiple answer, and multiple choice single answer are relatively less important because they are really low scoring items. So what do you have to do here? You can expect this order in the exam, but it may not be the case always, because in PT they shuffle it sometimes. Sometimes you could get fill in the blanks in the beginning, sometimes multiple choice in the beginning, fill in the blanks at the end. It could be any order. You don't have the option to choose the order either. The computer just gives you, you answer what you get on the screen. So what you have to do here is, if at all you get the unimportant questions in the beginning, which means if you get your multiple choice questions in the beginning part of your reading, do it as quickly as possible so that you have enough time to answer your fill in the blanks questions, which could be coming at the end. Otherwise, if you spend too much time on your multiple choice questions, you would not be getting enough time to answer your fill in the blanks. You could either be rushing at the end, which could make you make more mistakes, or you might even miss out the questions, which definitely won't even give you a chance to try it out, which is the reason why do your multiple choice questions as quickly as possible. When I say quickly, when I say time management, I'll make it clear. If you get 15 questions and 30 minutes, if you divide it equally also, you can have only 2 minutes per question. But we already know, based on the scoring criteria, some questions are less important, some questions are more important. So it is not a great idea to divide the time equally. So what we can do, if we can spend less than 2 minutes on the unimportant questions, you can take 2 minutes or a little bit more than 2 minutes for the important question types. So what you can do, for each multiple choice questions, single answer or multiple answer, preferable to do it within 1 minute, because even if you mess up your multiple choice questions, it's not going to affect your total score out of 90. You could lose maybe 2 or 3 points out of 90. Rather than that, if you waste time there and if you do not get time for your fill in the blanks questions, you're going to lose minimum 20 points from your reading and minimum 20 points for your writing, considering the last task, reading and writing fill in the blanks, if this is at the end. So multiple choice questions, do it within 1 minute for each task. Reorder paragraphs, you can take around 2 minutes because it is important, but not as important as the fill in the blanks questions. Reading fill in the blanks also take 2 minutes per paragraph. Reading and writing fill in the blanks also take 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes maximum for one paragraph, not for one blank, for one entire paragraph. Okay, so your time management is very crucial. Do not waste time on the unimportant question types. Now, and the score from this task is contributed to the reading module and writing module. It is contributing minimum 20 points out of 90 in reading, 20 points out of 90 in writing as well, which is the reason why it is really important. It's a highly scoring component. And like I said, in this task, your strategy is to use contextual clues, which means when you answer this question, some people have a tendency of reading only the part with the blank. If you have time, it's much better if you read the entire paragraph, because the clues to find out your answer would be there in the paragraph itself. Because grammatically, all the options given for one particular blank will be very similar. Like I said before in the previous questions, observations, examinations, consultations, consideration, all are grammatically the same. Only the meaning is different. Even meanings are very similar here. So you need to choose whichever is more suitable for the context of the passage. So in here, make sure of course, you should use your grammatical skills. You need to use your vocabulary skills, but most importantly, contextual clues, which is already given to you in the passage. I can solve a question with you over here. So there's a question on the screen. You have 4 blanks here, and for each blank, there are 4 options in the bracket. I've kept it in the bracket so you can see all of them together. In the exam, it will not be in a bracket. You need to click on the drop-down button. I'll just show you again. You need to click the drop-down button on the right-hand side of the blank. When you click on the drop-down button, you get the 4 options. You just need to click on the one that you want to put in the blank. So choose the one that you feel is correct. So for this question, I'll give you 2 minutes. So you can try to solve it yourself, and I'll say the answer within 2 minutes time. Or you can just pause the video so we can save our time. So I'll give you a little bit of time to figure it out. So try to read the entire paragraph. So I'll just read it with you. One of the fundamental principles in quantum mechanics, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, explains that a proportional relationship exists when dash objects at the microscopic scale. So what I'm doing now is already a tip for you. In the exam, most people make a mistake of reading the paragraph in their own minds. But the problem is when you read something in your mind, you're actually not focusing properly and it won't give you much idea. So even during the exam, you can read it in a small voice to yourself, because when you hear your voice, you will get a clearer understanding. And even you can use it to find out your options. For example, if you put one word there and read it out loud, you can check if it sounds good. If it sounds good, keep it there. Otherwise, move ahead. This is your last option. If you do not know contextual clues, if you do not understand vocabulary, if you do not understand grammar, this is your last option. Read it out loud, put each word in the blank and try to read it out loud and keep the one which sounds good to you. Okay, so the first option, proportional relationship exists when dash objects at the microscopic scale. So after reading the first paragraph, what we can understand is this is a science related passage. This is something related to quantum mechanics, which could mostly come under physics. So this passage is entirely physics related or science related basically. So in science, using a microscope, what do? We observe things. We don't minimize. In using a microscope, we cannot reduce the size of an object. So it is definitely not minimizing. And in science, we are not simply looking at things, we observe things. Difference between observing and looking. Looking is like you're staring at a thing without any purpose. Observing is you're looking at something to study about it, to understand about it. And of course, it's not evolving. We cannot evolve a thing using a microscope. So using a microscope, we observe objects. So the first answer would be that a proportional relationship exists when observing objects at the microscopic scale. Now, coming to the second paragraph. The more data one has about the dash of an object, the less data one has on the momentum of an object. So this paragraph is talking about an object or properties of an object. And there is already a clue here, momentum of an object, or the other one you need to figure out. So in physics, when you talk about object, there are certain properties like momentum, velocity, acceleration, and one most important one, which is already given to you in the clues, which is position of an object. The other four words doesn't make sense for the context here, because all those words is not science related. The only science related word, or in physics, the only property of object which we can usually see in physics related topics is position of an object. I'll just quickly give you the meaning of the other ones. Abdication means resignation, usually resignation of a throne. Caption, you already know, title. Condemnation means disapproval, like you state that you don't like something, disapproval. So all those words is definitely not science related. So the only suitable word here is position. See here, grammar is not going to help you because everything is grammatically in the same verb form, but the meaningful one for the context here is position. The more data one has about the position of an object, the less data one has on the momentum of an object. So they're talking about two properties of an object, which is position and momentum. Coming to the last paragraph, simply one cannot measure both properties of each equation to an infinite degree of dash, regardless of the accuracy of the instruments or methods. So the clue here is regardless of the accuracy. So a word in the options which is related to accuracy is precision of an object, or sorry, regard infinite degree of precision. Simply one cannot measure both properties of each equation to an infinite degree of precision, regardless of the accuracy of the instruments, because they are talking about accuracy. Accuracy and precision are very similar thing, like how accurate the value is, how precise the value is, how precise the machine is in calculating these particular variables. Now, this problem arises from the wave properties inherent in quantum mechanical nature. It is a fundamental limit on precise data. That's another clue for you. See, the previous answer was precision. It's already there in the question. The word precise data already gives you a clue that the previous one could be precision. This is the reason why I'm asking you to read the entire paragraph, because sometimes the answer for one particular blank could be the same word which you could find in the passage somewhere else. So always read the entire paragraph to get clues from it, also to get a proper understanding of the contextual clues. And the last one, it is a fundamental limit on precise data dash to behavior of quantum systems. Very simple one. I think you should be able to answer it correctly. The correct answer is relating to behavior of quantum systems. So the correct answers here are observing, position, precision, and relating. Okay. So if you get all the 4 correct, you get 4 points. If you get 3 blanks only correct, you get 3 points. Each blank is 1 point. Okay. So I believe all of you understood how to use contextual clues rather than only grammar and only meaning. You need to use the word contextual clue, and you need to check the matching of the word with the passage as well, whether it is like suitable for the particular context over here. Okay, so this is how your reading and writing fill in the blanks is going to look like. So I know that this is not as simple as the other questions, because we cannot give you any specific set of methods or specific shortcuts to follow here, or even no templates we can use here. So the best way to improve your reading skills, one thing you can improve your basic reading skills by reading articles and reading journals, because in the exam, in PT especially, all the questions are taken from already existing articles, journals, and blogs, even newspapers. So if you can read academic related topics from blogs or journals, it would be a very good exercise for you, because you'll be seeing words which could be there in your questions in PT as well. So when you see it as a new word, check out the meaning and study the meaning. So if you see it one more time, you'll remember that. So improve your basic reading skills, which will automatically improve your grammatical skills and vocabulary skills as well. And most importantly, try to practice the repeated questions from the exam as much as possible, which we are providing in the classes when you join with us, especially when we do one-to-one classes. You'll be sitting with your trainer alone. There won't be any other students with you. The trainer will explain all these in detail, and you'll be practicing a lot of questions with the trainer. And gradually, you will start understanding how to use contextual clues, grammar, and vocabulary. So definitely practice repeated questions from the exam, read academic journals, and yeah, the most important factor, like I said, the biggest advantage of PT is all the 4 modules are interrelated to each other. That means even if you make few mistakes in your reading module here, there are other components from other modules which can contribute points to your reading module. I can tell you which of them contribute points to your reading. The highest score contributed to your reading module is speaking, read aloud. There is this first task in speaking called read aloud. I've already made a video on that. Please have a look at that too. It could be very helpful. So first task in speaking, read aloud itself can give around 30 points to reading. And there is this task called summarize written text in your writing module. It's also a very easy component. I'll be coming up with videos in the coming days. There's a very easy shortcut in it. In summarize written text, you have to read a paragraph and summarize it. So since you are reading the paragraph, that also could be giving you another 10 points for your reading part. So read aloud will be giving you 30. Summarize written text from writing would be giving you another 10. And there is one more question type in listening, which is really easy to highlight incorrect words. Highlight incorrect words also could be giving you another 10 points for your reading module. There is one more item which is very low scoring, highlight correct summary. That's also from the listening module, which can give you like 1 or 2 points for your reading module. So even that 1 or 2 points is important. So try to do it perfectly well. So there are 4 other items: speaking, read aloud, writing, summarize written text, listening, highlighting correct words, and listening, highlight correct summary. These 4 questions combined together itself, you could get up to, so 30 from read aloud, 10 from summarize written text, 10 from highlighting correct words. You can get close to 50 points out of 90 in reading from the other modules itself. Only remaining 40 is existing in the reading module itself. So even if you find reading module a little bit difficult compared to the other ones, no need to worry, don't panic. Just do the other 3 modules perfectly well. That can compensate for the mistakes that you made here. But still, try your best in reading, practice all the repeated questions, improve your basic grammatical skills, vocabulary skills by reading books, reading blogs, reading journals. All right. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today, guys. I think I've covered all aspects of reading and writing fill in the blanks. I hope this is very helpful for you as well. I'll be coming up with more videos in the coming days. So keep posted. I'll keep you posted. Follow our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page. All the updates will be given out there. All right. Thank you, guys. Hope to see you back soon.